Good morning, beautiful. I hope that this finds you well rested, ready to begin your day. This is your daily tarot and oracle, your daily insight on life and love for March 28th, 2022, also being timeless. So wherever you're catching it in time, this might be relevant, not irrelevant, somewhere on that spectrum, but stick around, you might enjoy the show. This is general collective. Don't force this to fit your life. If you do have questions about booking a session or seeing what services I provide, go into the description of the video. There's a provided email. Also, you can find me on the social platforms and send me a DM. I'll say this again, my original IG that I had for 4 years was hacked. So now I have a new one because I haven't gotten it back. IG did not give it back, hasn't given it back, hasn't responded. So my new one is no punctuation, no underscores. It's one word, @RaisingSevek. So definitely go find me there. Send me a DM. So let's do this because this does look challenging, but it looks like you overcome the challenge. And I think this is by you breaking in some way, shape, or form. We're going to look into this more. So what do you say we start this, Beast, eh? What do you want to do? All right. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And again, male or female, I don't care. Lots of masculine energy being challenged in here. Authority, momentum, and I feel like it's more momentum related. I see that you or somebody who's involved in your life has been working themselves to the bone, juggling way too many things and calling it their hustle. No. Not going to do that. This is somebody who's incredibly structured, incredibly driven, and way too many balls in the air. And they cannot do it anymore. They're burnt out, they're strung out, they're completely ungrounded. They're in any way that you can imagine exhausted. They're exhausted. They feel like they have lost so much of themselves in this, and they don't know how to get out of it. That's really rough. Spirit's trying to give them a new cup that they can fill, but all they keep focusing on is the 3 of Cups that are in front of them. And if you look right here and right here, it's not stable. They're knocked over, focusing on them and just dwelling on when everything seemed to start to lose. There is a sense of major loss in this. It goes from 3 to 5, or 5 to 3, however you want to look at it. It's missing for the stableness, the stability, the foundation. Whoever this was, they just kept saying yes when they were internally going no. And now they don't know what to do. They've missed out on so much for themselves, and that is heartbreaking. So let's see what we're looking at here. Something has to almost come in to alleviate this pressure from masculine energy. It's time that the masculine get a word from the wise. And this, it looks very protected. It looks like it's something that's going to address its anxiety. Just moving forward, what I'm getting in this is there's no use in looking at the past, look at what's already done. Moving forward, what can you learn? And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, stableness, stability, grounding. This can be about you and work. I'm getting the fact that it's going to be simple, it's going to be a slow start, and it's going to be stable finally. Everything was good about this until you tried to relax in the past, and then you just didn't know how to relax or slow down or calm down. It's just, that's overwhelming. So after that, I feel like something is going to show you how to be rescued in this, and how you can avoid this in the future. Somebody is coming in to teach you a very valuable, not necessarily hard, but very valuable lesson for yourself, where I see that you are almost overnight made new. It's this something awesome that is truly clicking into place. Like, I don't have to do all this. And somebody's actually going to show you how you don't have to do everything that you were doing and still be incredibly happy and successful in your existence, life, career, whatever it may be. You are finally going to be able to sleep. Look at this. Rest is coming your way. Recuperation and recovery is coming your way. And it's also going to be something that really frees up your time to be introspective. Oy, the relief that I'm feeling in this reading that you're going to be going through is intense, almost weepy. All right. Ooh. All right, that didn't pop out. I don't quite feel like it should yet. So, all right, Spirit. Healing with the Angels has something that I want to do. Yana came out. That just went flying. Look at that. Freedom, I won't let you down. In the beginning, release and surrender. This showed up in the mini reads. Definitely check those out at the end. All right, so you're going to have your freedom. You're not going to have your loss. You're going to have freedom. So what does freedom look like to you? And this is definitely in the new beginning. I feel like there's one more card in here, so let's see. Oh my God. This is so awesome. I love it when it does that. Spirit is very funny that way. It's going to show you miracles and enchantment. Tell me more about this. Okay, so what is going to be coming in to give you this sense of enchantment? God, look at this. My hair is at such a weird phase of growth because it just started growing back in this last, like, half year. All right, come on. Enchantment. We have the Three of Swords in reverse. There is major release coming in. What are you releasing? Knight of Pentacles. All right, a lot of projects. You're releasing a lot of idealisms and projects and a lot of what seems to almost be financial investments. It's not that they're at a loss, but the way that it's consumed your life feels like you had been lost. So if this isn't about finances, then this is some way, shape, or form a sense of materialism coming from a place of loss. And it feels utterly hopeless. Like this was your self-imposed prison. And it also feels very isolating and lonely. It stopped you from so much. It stopped you from really experiencing and enjoying the fruits of your labor. And that's such a joke. Are you kidding me with how much work you've put into that? You didn't get to enjoy one bit of it. It's like the more successful or the more that you did, the more that somehow you suffered. So, ouch. And we have, they just weren't growing. And the thing is, I feel like you got the whole, keep plugging in, keep chugging along. It's like running while you're on fire with this. Please don't set yourself on fire. Don't be that person. All right. Judgment in reverse. Feminine energy is coming in to help you make this decision. It is coming in for you to start choosing your personal discipline, the discipline of you and pulling back. Either this is very figurative or it's very literal, but something is coming in to ease up, I think, the excruciating pain of this by way of somehow giving you permission to let go. How does that look? Because it feels almost angelic. It feels angelic. Oh, incense is out. Grab your drink, grab your food. I gotta light incense because if I don't, then I'm gonna be staring at the entire time being like, should I light another incense? Just flip and do it. As I'm saying that, my home slice, Marsha, is giving me a notification. What up, Marsh? All right, let's do this. What is this angelic presence in your life that is giving you permission to give yourself permission to let go? I think it's the very angel that you felt the need to step all this up for. Huge projections going on in here. Oh, that's so moving. This is what's giving you permission is the very thing that made you feel pressured to do all this in the first time. It is something that has evolved in your life. Whatever it was that you were trying to provide for is now telling you, stop trying to provide everything the way that you have been. They're missing out on you. How crazy is that? It wasn't what you could provide, because I know that you're probably an amazing provider. They needed you, and they needed you to be okay. So whoever this is involving, I think that they're asking for your time right now. And in turn, how are you going to be this stability or strong force, not only for your life, but whoever is stemming from you? This is going to be something that is way easier, and I feel like it's almost passive. So you actually might be going on an entire life change as far as career-based or whatever investment is, or just whatever your priority is. Time out. You've been so, yeah, and also they need you to take care of yourself. Your desired outcome is going to happen. So this is probably effective immediately, a celebration. And then we have body care. You might be getting some really good news about some sort of either medical intervention or some sort of, I think, structure that you put on yourself. Or this might be something where there's no longer either an addictive behavior that you are actively dealing with. This might be involving sobriety and also the effects that whatever the stress has been on your body. Let's see, playfulness, soulmate, and support. Yeah, they're gonna have more time with you. Whoever this is involving, you're going to physically be in a better space, but also you are going to be able to really indulge in the emotional aspect of whatever this is. The stress is coming off of your chest, and it's going to let you be around those who you care about most. And I'm weirdly being pulled to the Crystal Mandela Oracle. So hang on, what's this? Ascended Master Merlin and the Mystic Merlinite. Read the energy. Yes, I'm going to read the energy. It also says to read the energy. Sacred Ecosystem. Ascended Master Kuthumi, I think I pronounced that right, and Moss Agate. And then the final one is Ascended Master Helios and Citrine, Your Time to Shine. I don't want to read 3. I only wanted 1, but I weirdly got 3, so I'm going to brush through this however I can. The first one is absolutely mandatory. So the Ascended Master Merlin, it's card 34. I need to read this to you, but then I'm probably going to pause, read these, and then sum them up to you, because I'm always going to use these as a special occasion. I have not absorbed the message of these yet, because I can't yet. Okay. This oracle comes to you with a message that your perceptive abilities are a key part in your life purpose and divine life's work. Developing, relying upon, or honoring what you sense energetically is helpful for your life's journey, as it assists you to make good choices. It is helpful for others who can benefit from your ability to see what they may not as yet be able to consciously recognize. I may be crazy, but the way that this is written out is so confusing to read at times. I don't know what my problem is. Never been able to not completely trip and fall over my words. And I've been doing this for a while. What's my problem? Okay. When you share your perception from a place of unconditional love, non-judgment, and genuine compassion, your reflections can help others gain awareness and insights, which they can use to empower themselves, overcome fear, and move more wholly into love. This is of benefit to all. When this oracle comes to you, it is being suggested that you learn to read between the lines. This means listening for the truth behind the words that others use. It also means to look for the truth in actions. It means to be open to what you feel or sense or somehow just know. It doesn't seem to match appearances, perhaps especially when it seems to not match appearances. If you want to make more information about a situation, person, or decision you need to make or recently made, again, this is so weird to read. A person or decision you need to make or have recently made to know the best way to go when faced with various options, then this oracle brings you guidance. Really? The oracle says that the information you need is right before you in the energetic field. Trust yourself, tune in. You can find out what they need by reading the energy. Although you may feel you want a conclusive answer to a larger issue, all you really need to know is what to do next. By tuning into your feelings and trusting you can sense the next step that feels best for you. You continue to work in that way, tuning into what feels best, taking a step, and then tuning in again. Proceeding one step at a time and trust. God, this is so frustrating. Okay, we're gonna take a moment. I'm going to sit in a peculiar way because it's comfortable to me, and we're gonna do this slowly. Go get your drink or something right now because I'm starting to get frustrated with this. Okay. The information you need is right behind you. Tuning in again, one step at a time, and trust. You don't need a blinding vision of truth to proceed. You already are proceeding. In this way, you can allow yourself to be guided by energy, even in a situation that seems very confusing. You can move one step at a time towards the resolution. You do not need to see how each step is going to add up in the final resolution. You just need to take each step. To do this, ask yourself, what are your choices at this moment? And remember that sometimes a choice is to wait until you feel inwardly to move and inspired to act. Then you ask yourself how each choice feels. Go through your options at the time. What feels good? What feels fearful? What feels like it rises to anxiety? What feels like it has pull to it? What is drawing your energy forward, and what would diminish your energy, putting you down? Plants don't need logical understanding to be able to reach for the sun. It's an instinct. You have the same natural instinct to be attracted to the light, to what will nurture you and nourish you, to the best choices for you. When intellectual reasoning and logic is not giving you the certainty you need, you can tap into the instinctive intuition within you and a source of wisdom instead. This is what you can do to access when you read this energy. You are also being asked to apply this talent for the reading energy to yourself. To learn how to more skillfully meet your needs, the more you are able to care for yourself, the more that Spirit can ask of you, the more that you can give, and the more that you can receive. That is such a run-on sentence. I'm going to criticize the crap out of this. All right. To step up on your life's journey, it requires that you go deeper into mastery of self-care. This may require more attention for you than others may need. The spiritual journey brings much joy, but asks a lot of the body, mind, and soul to grow and to transform. Those of you who have grown a lot on your path already know that evolution can be very demanding. As you tap into the complexities and wonderings of your being, you will notice that you have many and varied needs. For rest, for light, for time to hibernate, in solitude, for sleep, for staying out late, for socializing, for fun, for lightness of spirit, for the depth of meaning. You need an outlet for your creative energies, for your mental energy, for your physical energy, and for your spiritual energy. If one of these energetic flows feels blocked, you won't feel good. As you learn to get to know your own needs and what suits you, and that doesn't mean and what doesn't suit you so well, you'll be increasing your ability to read your own energy in a refined way, as well as learning how to better heal and restore yourself on a regular basis. This empowers you to be more attentive, be a more attentive friend, partner, healer, manager, parent, guide, and so on. as well as be a better caretaker of you. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not even gonna, the sacred ecosystem. All right, so tune into my intuition for this. Okay, so the sacred ecosystem and your time to shine. It's time for you to honestly start stepping up and taking care of yourself. The world needs the best version of you, just not what's the most coming out of you right now. It's time that you do not burn yourself out. It's time that you actually see yourself as sacred and start putting yourself first, so that what stems from you will get the best version of you and thus be the best version of itself, because you give it the groundwork and the permission to, I guess, be empowered, be its best self. So your time to shine, and it's your time to shine without all these trinkets on you. So my dear, what this is all leading to with you is, first off, acknowledgement of your strength, and then we have it's important that you realize what hasn't been working for you and what you need to let go of in your life. And honestly, it's time for you to take a new path, which honestly is going to lead you to victory, but you're at the fork in the road. And then it's time for you to shed this old skin and step into this new form and what that looks like. So really, I feel like you just crossed a finish line. You crossed a finish line. You crossed a flipping finish line. And look at who you are now. You're the King of Wands. Look at how far you've come. All right. This is, it says King of Wands, but really I don't care what the gender is. Nobody does. It's the masculine aspect of you. Look at how far you've come. Look at what's going to be let go of, so you can go even further and see who that is, who you are becoming. All right, my dear, it's been the Daily Tarot and Oracle, the daily insight on life and love for March 28th, 2022, also being timeless. Again, wherever you're pulled to this in time, this might be really relevant for you. So if it's not, sorry, but if it is, awesome. If you have questions about booking a session or seeing the services I provide, again, go to the description, wherever it is around here. There is a provided email. I am on the social platform. Send me a DM. And again, my now only Instagram account is no punctuation, no underscores, no nothing. It's just at @RaisingSivak. So there you go. I will talk to you all soon. And until next time, stay safe, have fun, and just know that you are greatly loved and appreciated. Bye for now. Okay, looks like this is a continual lesson in your life. I can't give you crap for that, but it's incredibly frustrating for you. I can guarantee that. This is what I'm looking at right here. It's same pattern, same cycle with somebody very peculiar in your life. And I say that very strongly. You're over them. You're over the games. You're over the emotional upsets that this person has caused you. I don't care who this is, family, friends, lovers, whoever this is has been detrimental to your mental health, and you're done. And I think that this feeling of final, not gonna happen this time, not gonna deal with it this time, well, deal with their crap, you're gonna deal with yourself, obviously. That I think is really causing you to have an uplift of confidence, which awesome. This is talking about a fear of abandonment that you had addressed and that you are making the active choice to either dwell in or address and heal. So what I'm seeing right here is you moving on to what seems to be greener pastures, but what the heck is that? Because it is completely solid for you. You're breaking a cycle of patterns in your relationships where you feel constantly abandoned and or people pleasing, because that usually goes hand in hand with it, doesn't it now? I'm seeing a celebration. I'm seeing like this is your cheer time. I see spirit cheering you on. I see people who have watched you go through the ringer on this, cheering you on. It's like you can actually pat yourself on the back with this. It's really the choice that you're celebrating, the healing of it, the process of emotionally recovering from this. That's going to be the hard part. There needs to be a plan of action for you here where you're not really left to, I guess, your own devices. You're used to the feelings of abandonment in this, and what I'm getting right now is don't put yourself in that place of sitting with that feeling of abandonment. As far as facing the issues with abandonment in this person, that's different than sitting with that feeling of abandonment and just being lost and consumed by it. The facing of the issue is looking and seeing where it truly comes from. And I see a practical and grounding solution. There's going to be something that takes you out of your head with this. Thank God. I see that it's going to lead to an elevation in what the connection is, and also somebody who's probably going to come towards you rather than you chasing them down. Somebody's bullheaded, crappy attitude is completely ruining whatever the relationship is that you guys have had. I see that you are perpetually trying to either make up for something to them, or it's been this weird grooming thing to be kind of coddling and enabling towards them. I feel like you've picked up way too much slack in whatever this commitment is. I don't know what the commitment is. I don't know what the dynamic is, but you've done too much in it. So look, it feels like no matter what you do, no matter how perfect you try and show up for this, or how hard you try and work, not even just for yourself, whoever this is involving, it's not enough. And it feels like you're at a loss. But I feel like there's this epiphany moment, which, awesome. It's like, you don't have to be here. You do not have to be in this position. And I see kind of cutting yourself away from it. Yeah. It seems like a really harsh move for you, but it's like this person is not going to stop. They're not going to change. They're not going to do anything. So you're just going to take yourself out of the equation. That, I think, is probably a really awesome power play for you, not to have over another person, but for yourself. I'm seeing a new start that is coming underway with you. I am seeing that the pressure that you've been feeling from this is starting to alleviate. I see an awesome sudden change that is occurring with you. So, what's this going to lead to for you? Still commitment. Awesome. Snickety punk. Oh my God, we had these in the commitment, new start, and knowing exactly what you don't want. So I see some sort of opportunity missed. All right, it looks like somebody's coming back towards you and they're learning how to compromise, but you had to really take a stand. Yeah, you can't juggle everything now, can you? I'm not telling you to get back with abusive, toxic, or illegal situations in your life. So let's put that on the table and take everything else off. Because even if this is great talking about how you're going to work things out, if somebody is being abusive, toxic, or just completely off their rocker towards you, I want you to get away from that. It's not even talking as a reader at that point. That's talking as a life coach. I don't want you to have to deal with that. But I see that you're not going to be dealing with that. So again, keep that in mind. And then we have, let's see, struggle, feeling left out in the cold. I think that this might be coming towards the fear that this person is, they're afraid that they lost you for good. I think Patti Smythe and Dawn Henley did the song. I don't know if it's called Sometimes Love Just Ain't Enough, but that's it. It goes, baby, sometimes love just ain't enough. Absolutely heartbreaking song. And it's coming to mind as I'm looking at these cards, and it looks like somebody is feeling completely broken, unable to move forward, feeling completely discarded and abandoned. Huge validation in their feelings of abandonment, and it looks like they couldn't cut to the truth. They couldn't find out the truth of whoever this was, and they followed their gut and leaving this person behind. It wasn't what they wanted to do. I don't think that anybody wanted to do that, but they followed their gut in this, and now I said this in a few readings, it's breaking your heart to hold a boundary, and it's hurting. It feels like it's emotionally killing you, and I don't think that you're getting the reaction that you initially thought that you would get from this person, like, come after me, come chase me. I don't feel like you're getting that, and that's even more disheartening. What are we all looking at here? This had to stop. I have no doubt in my mind that if this was a love relationship, that you guys loved each other. But there are so many things that that person was dealing with that you could not save them from. They have to save themselves, and you had to put yourself away from them in order to do this. Either it's an emotional separation, physical separation, but whatever it is, I see the divide that's going on here. And this, it was, it was, God, it's hard with the words right here. This was important for you to do for yourself. You had to stand up for yourself like this. And I feel like this is what's going to lead to the best outcome for you guys. Again, as I say in every reading that's like this, don't ever go back to a relationship that's toxic, abusive, illegal. Don't stay in one that's like that either. But I see a major honor that's coming into play for whoever this is involving. I do see the changes and shifts happening, if not for them, for you. And I feel like if this is dealing with perpetual unhealthy relationships that just seem to follow, generations, I think that you might, I know this sounds stupid, but I feel like you might be breaking a generational trauma and cycle. It feels really favorable for you. And this is hard work right here. There's all the strength, all the willpower in the world, all of the information, and yet somebody feels like it's just, they have no hope whatsoever. They don't see it in themselves to change. They see all the potential and they don't see how they're going to go through with it. Oh, this person is completely sabotaging themselves. This might be you. This might be somebody who's connected to you. They are terrified. They have all the knowledge. They have everything that they need. The only thing is they are afraid to step forward. They are afraid to step into some sort of success, whether it's emotional or financial, it doesn't even matter. They're afraid of stability. They don't trust it. This is somebody who is afraid of their own power. They're using every excuse in the book to stop this from happening. Even though that this is unhealthy and that it's uncomfortable, it's familiar. So there's like the unknown and all of the positives that it can and will be. It's not enough to send this person to walk through with it. It's really scared. And that's how I see this. They think that they're being irrational. They're waiting for a perfect time. They're waiting for perfect circumstances rather than making those circumstances themselves. They've forgotten everything that they have done, everything that they have fought for. They're completely underhanding themselves. They've gone through enlightenment, so it's like they're the enlightened ones standing in their own personal hell. This is going to take a lot for them to break through this, and I really do have hope for them. It's going to take a lot. So we have this. Okay, how are they going to get into stability when they're freaking out? What's the advice for them, Spirit? Don't let your emotions rule you. Great, it's easier said than done. So face the fear and do it. Yeah, not helpful. Okay. Turning off the emotional connection to it. It's telling whoever this is about to look at all the loss that your fear of success has put you in. That in itself alone should make you horrified, angry. Every time that fear of whatever your greatness is has stopped you dead in your tracks, look at the opportunities that had you miss. Don't let yourself miss another one. Don't be the person who says no to yourself. This is saying your fears, face them, kick their butt, and then, well, before that happens, it's see what they did to you in the past, those fears. So there's a major hang up in your life. Boop. Okay, so this fell out while I was shuffling the Rider-Waite, because that sometimes happens. I have my Berlin's desk going here, so what are we looking at? Release and surrender. Then we have 2 threes. We have the 3 of Pentacles. We have the, oh wait, no. We don't have 2 3s. We have a 3 and a 6. Okay, so 3 is definitely a master number. It's very optimistic, but it's on its head. Then we have 6, that is all about family. It's about your intimate circles. It's about peace. It's a very peaceful number. But notice how all this optimism is completely on its head. You feel like you're not going to be picked, that you're not going to be chosen, and that this just bad luck tends to follow you. That's horribly unfair. That's a horrible paradigm to have. Everybody has had this at some point. I'm not marginalizing it, and I'm not going to make excuses for this. This is urging you to release and surrender. What about it? The scales are horribly imbalanced. So how are we going to find the balance in this again? Let's see. Another 3. Okay, it's positive meets a negative. Well, because this is stress. The 3 of the Swords, it's a complete fast, sober look at what your pain has been. You have to not overthink it. You're gonna have to not give yourself time to worry. It's time for you to lunge at this mentality that you have about it. You're not going to hold yourself back. It's almost like you're more willing to deal with the pain. Like you've dealt with the pain in the past of all of this, but to just allow yourself to feel elated, that's not going to work for you. Somehow it's more acceptable for you to feel the pain of facing all of this and then allow yourself to start to feel elated with the, I guess, the choices and the opportunities that are coming in. Yeah. You're looking at every hurdle as a layer that needs to be peeled away, and this is almost like a fresh wound. I don't think that you realize how deep this goes, but you're tired of guessing. You're tired of not having something that flies high and rises above the challenge. You want to move on. You're ready. You're done with this. Okay, so since a decision has been made, and this is almost like trauma response of putting everything almost on lockdown, almost locking it in. I feel like that what might be going on. I have a lot of cards. They flew out. The one before this had like 4, so you know what? I'm gonna go with it. If this is an extended read, whatevs. It's gonna be good. This is all about people needing to pump the brakes because it's like it's time to or get off the pot. And it looks like now, since people decided to take action, they're doing a dead sprint to try and solidify this rather than slowing down and really just letting this come together naturally. They're doing a dead sprint, calling it natural. Listen, somebody in your life, if this is dealing with a relationship, they might be settling down way faster than they should. Now, I'm not judging anyone on how that goes about, but this is like somebody's like eloping when they should have been planning this out for a while. I'm not telling anybody how to live their life, but this is not the normal, let's just do it thing. It's more like, I'm freaking out, so I need something now. And that's really what I'm seeing this as, creating a karmic lesson for whoever this is involving. This is something that is going to work out, but somebody needs to pump the brakes in this. I'm seeing a need to defend whatever the relationship is. Okay, I feel like this is relationship based. Disclaimer, again, if this is in any way, shape, or form toxic, abusive, illegal, I don't care what the cards say, get away from it. But if it's not, stop going against your desire to plan this out. Stop ignoring the steps in front of you that would not only make you feel comfortable. It's not a matter of, feeling safe or anything like that. I feel like that's why people are, just being incredibly impulsive with this. Slow down. There needs to be a balance that is found here. There needs to be no extremism in this, and action-wise or completely ghosting this. I feel like it went from ghost to super hero, fast, take off, whatever have you. So This, I feel like this is going to work, but you have to trust that whoever this is involving is not going to outrun you again, that they're not going to deplete your energy, and that you don't have to prove to them or to yourself that unless this is solidified now, then it's, if it's solidified now, then it's safe. If it isn't, then, you know, you have obviously lied to me about everything that you have ever said. No, there's steps in this commitment that you need to take, because there's a lot to learn about this. And also, this is something that is so beautiful that you don't want to shortcut on.